Are there any family secrets or skeletons the system trying to get us? I mean, since my dad, he had 34 and got out in 14 years for corruption of the judge and everything like that. And so I feel like since I was a kid growing up till now, they've been coming for my whole family because of that, like the generational curses that, they passed down or whatever. But yeah, that's probably a skeleton or a secret, I guess.
Who is someone you haven't forgiven? If I had to name someone that I haven't forgiven, it would probably be Major League Baseball for the rain delay in 2016 against the Cubs, because we had it. We had it. We had it.
That's what he do to reach the family. That's a family-oriented question right there. He try to get the good Christians that stay at home on Sunday and don't go to church but backslide every now and then. That's what he doing with that question. What makes you smile? Watching my sons smile, watching my sons have fun, watching my sons achieve, that makes me smile. As a father, to sit back and be like, man, y'all, both of y'all was in my balls, and now look at y'all out here living life because of me. I was your creator. Look at you. And then they smiled and they looked like me. I'm like, man, come on, man. Me and your mama did good. Look at us. We was responsible. We're two attractive people, and because some people just be married, just getting mating with ugly people. You can't mate with nobody ugly. Let ugly people mate amongst themselves and produce whatever you're gonna produce.
What's your music goals? I want to unite the city so that we can be able to turn up together, turn up with each other, turn up with the local states. Midwest Mafia, turn up with the whole Midwest, and just be able to build up how Atlanta do it, how Florida do it, how all the other cities and states do it. Bring it here, because we can do it. We got a lot of talent here, for sure. It's just about putting it together.
Smacking every single mother on baddies. I should have walked in that and smacked everybody. When they would have been like, hello, my name is Bout, let's go, rumble. That's what I should have done. Because, production told me, just be yourself. We loved you. When you did your audition, that's why we picked you. Nah, I should have went in that and everybody else. Fought everybody in that. Smacked everybody. Everybody. And then I had a scene, they cut my scenes off. So I'm ready to smack production too. I'll get it with whoever at this point. That's my biggest regret in my whole life. I should have smacked todas las malditas cueros que estaban en Baddies. Yo debí de echarle galleta todita. Jurado que sí. Te lo juro. A galleta todita. And call me back. Call me back and everybody's going to get smacked. Y'all going to be like, oh, this was really saying what it was. Yeah. Call me back. What's your biggest regret?
Is it possible to love more than one person at a time? Personally, I believe yes. But I think when it comes to men, yes. When it comes to women, no. So I think if you mess with more than two, that's crazy. Especially at once. But men, I just feel like, you know what I'm saying? It is, yeah. So I believe that when it comes to men. Not to be sexist.
If you are invisible for a day, what would you do? Man, I would be doing everything. Picking with people, smacking people, robbing banks, doing anything. Y'all can see who's doing it. It's gonna be dope.
Well, back in the day, I used to think I was Gucci Man. I got smart with everybody. If people who know me back in Maple, I was probably an asshole. Back in the day, I'm sorry. I apologize for all the people who was offended from my Maple Heights days where I grew up at. But yeah, I had a bad attitude back then. I didn't like authority or people yelling at me. I got sent away to military school, came back a brand new person. So yeah, y'all wonder where I went for those 2 years. I was out in Utah. Yeah, my parents sent me away, said, hey, you got to get a better life for yourself. And I came back, one of them better friends, better people. And now I'm living my best life. Look where I'm at. Yeah. How are you different than your old self?
I would actually say I want to be the best entertainer in the world. But the thing is, I already feel like I am the best. Honestly. At least in the state of Ohio, bar none, I believe I'm the best, period. And I'm willing to prove it. I'm willing to put my money where my mouth. Straight up. If I could be the best in the world at something, what would
passing of my baby mom. She passed away like 2 years ago. And that was like a rough time because, my son 5 years old at the time. Then I had to battle with her mom, for custody. I won, you know what I'm saying? But it just was rough, man. I had to kind of, learn and accept life and death, know what it is and, you know, things of that nature. But that was definitely a hard time. Like, you know, seeing her in the hospital and the ICU and the funeral and just that whole process, you know. I shot a video at the funeral with my song Crossroads. I can't even watch the video, you know what I'm saying? I barely watched the video. But it was just a rough time for me. But, you know, with God, I got through it. And, you know, rest in peace, Trey. What would you say has been the hardest thing you've ever gone through?
What's your favorite food spot in the city? Probably say 27 Club. It's in the Flats. My boy MGK runs that. It's to honor any artists that have passed away before 27. There's a bunch of art. There's a bunch of vibes in there. It's good. Good food, good coffees, good energy.
What's something most people don't understand about you? I'll say my intellect, my intelligence. Like most people, they see me, they don't think I come, well, they think I come from a certain type of background. I'm not even that type of guy. Like I be telling people all the time, like when they meet me, I tell them like, bro, like I went to school to be a doctor. Like I'm supposed to be like, cut bodies open and stuff. I just don't got the stomach to do that. But I'm real intellectual. People be thinking I'm a knucklehead for some reason. It's probably these dreads. I don't know. People be tripping.
How does it feel to blow up so fast?
To blow up so fast.
It's crazy because we just started doing social media together like 2 months ago.
We just woke up one day and randomly decided that we was going to start making content with each other.
To get all the millions of views, hundreds of millions of views, all this stuff, everybody to like be out, recognize us, take pictures with us and stuff is crazy.
Like it happened overnight, literally. Like just stay consistent.
We work every day. She get up like, we need to post 30 times. We got to post 50 times. Like she don't play that. Like,
Just keep going for real and pray. Have God by your side. That's what we did.
yeah, it's consistency.
So it feels good. I love it.
How a lot of you rappers are. How made a lot of you rappers are. A lot of you rappers be like rapping that y'all tough, and then when y'all get around certain like real like Uncle Joe, y'all get the, oh my God, security, oh, use a stop rapping like that, God. Use a drill rapper on iTunes, a in person. Jewelry fake as once a night, then I'm crazy. Cars be rented in a mother. A lot of these rap broke as for real. That's just crazy. It's yeah, bro. It's a facade. It's a facade. That's all I'm saying. What surprised you the most when you started in this field?
Getting outside and making something happen, man. You can't make nothing happen by can't make nothing happen just waiting for it to come. Somebody was just saying that earlier. You gotta get out, you gotta experience. Life is about experiences, you know? Life is about experiences so you can share them experiences so they can help somebody else and whatever they going through. What do you think life is really about?
What were you like as a child? Bad as hell, eating up all the food. Every time you in the kitchen, I'm in the kitchen. All right.
We was musical as hell. You know, we had the guitars and the piano set up. My dad was a pastor. My mother's a minister. So, you know, we grew up, we was, you know, singing beat on the table, you know, just making songs out of nothing. Like, you know, kind of what I do now, but, you know, on a bigger scale, Jackson 5, Jackson 7 type shit. What was your family like growing up?
What's an important lesson you've learned in life? So always be humble, keep God first, you know, and just keep going for your dreams. Whatever you got, your goals, dreams, just keep going and don't stop. Like today you might lose, tomorrow you might win. So keep going. That's the biggest thing I learned in life, to keep going.
If you could give one piece of advice to your younger self, what would it be? Don't be so hard on yourself and be patient, because you got to just trust the process. So I would just tell myself that. Just don't be so hard on yourself, because it's all going to work out anyway.
Doctor to nurse, to actress, and then, you know, but the same things has stuck. Like singing and acting has been something that I've always wanted to do since a little kid. You know, they used to call me Microphone growing up. I had me a little microphone, used to prance around, you know, making up dances, songs and singing to my family. And I knew at a very young age that that would be something that I would stick to and that I would pursue no matter what. So what dreams or goals did you have as a teenager?
Biggest turning point in my teenage years is when I was in the Young Marines and I had my mindset that I was going to the Marines, and then tattoos got a hold on me and I ended up doing tattoos. I was about to go to the Marines and they said I couldn't have any tattoos past my PT year, and I had tattoos on my forearm. So that was a huge turning point, and I'm glad tattoos saved my life because I do not like people telling me what to do. So yeah. What was the biggest turning point in your teenage years?
What were you like as a child? I was funny. I got jokes. I used to get told to stay out of grown folks' business, and it's a time and place when to play and not to. So I was a fool.
What is one of the worst purchases you made and why? Buying into a bullshit. Why? Because it was bullshit. That's all these do. They sell you dreams and you buy them, and then in the long run, you be mad as hell you purchased the shit. Is that good?
What character from a movie, book, or show do you relate to and why? I say Pursuit of Happiness. All my life, I feel like I had to fight. I had to fight to get to that next level. I believe in working hard for what you want, because if you don't, you won't have it. And I don't like to ask nobody for nothing. I just believe in going out and getting it. No matter what life may throw at me, I push myself harder and harder every time and just let it be my motivation. I think that movie showed that, and that's me for real, my Pursuit of Happiness. Single dad as well, you know, on my journey. Don't got no help, but all my help comes from the Lord up above.
Just because I don't talk to you, just because I don't call you every day, that don't mean I don't love you, you feel me? I just be having my days, you feel me? I just be wanting to smoke, I be wanting to get high, you feel me? I be wanting to make music, that's it. But I still love you though, you feel me? I don't care how long it's been since we talked, it be years. If I love you, I love you. What's something that most people don't understand about you?
What were you like as a child? I was very adventurous. You know, we used to run through the woods and go through the park. Like, we used to see snakes and deer and in the woods and We used to take our socks off so our socks don't get soggy and the shoes don't get wet. We run around. We was stealing bikes as a kid. We was always stealing bikes. I'm sorry about that, but yeah, we was always, we had bikes everywhere. Biker gang, we used to spray paint the bikes, customize them, put pegs on them. But that's the bad shit. I was in organized basketball. My dad coached me a lot in my life. Raised in like a military household. So, you know, yes, sir, no, sir, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. I watch anime. I still watch anime now. Definitely one of the anime kids growing up. But I was still like in sports. Like, it was nothing really to brag about. Because, you know, people used to think anime and all that was nerdy back then. But that always been cool. You know, people came around now. Everybody watch that shit now.
I see myself as a stronger woman. My past determined how strong I am now. So I see myself stronger and able to conquer more things. How do you see yourself now compared to who you were in the past?
Was something you never told nobody, that I didn't cry until like a year after my moms died. You know what I'm saying? And I was too focused on getting my GED because one thing she wanted me to do before she died was get my GED. And I was locked up, so it was like I didn't even have time to grieve. So when I came home, I still didn't have time to grieve. We owed bills because she had died and left bills behind. But for the most part, I didn't grieve until like a year and a half after she died. It was the first time I cried. Probably a year and a half after her death.
Everybody go through their first little heartbreak. It was this one chick, she probably knows, she might see fuck her, but she was like, I had a crush on her and she was new in the neighborhood, I thought I was gonna get that I was this close. I was with my dog one day. He dropped me off on the bikes. It started raining and I'm like, man, I'm going to the crib. I'm like, bet. So I go to the crib, you know, I'm calling Shorty, she don't answer and so dog come back through later, he like, I just came from whoop-de-wop. I'm like, yeah? He like, yeah, that straight. I'm like, what you talking about? He like, yeah, I just knocked the old girl down right now. I'm like, God. Hey, I was in that playing slow music for the whole rest of the weekend. I had to go back to school with these two motherfuckers, two dirty motherfuckers. Nah, everybody gotta go through it though, you know. Have you experienced any major heartbreak or difficult breakups?
Believe it or not, I was a little ratchet. I said I was gonna be a stripper when I was like 11 years old. I didn't have the body for it, but I wanted to be one. And I knew that I was getting surgery at a young age. I said it. I got in trouble for saying I wanted to be a stripper. I got in trouble. I became a stripper. I ain't gonna say that's a dream or a goal, kid, but it happened. I had 2 surgeries. I was a fat Ain't nothing wrong with it. My sister be trying to tell me, remember you was fat? Then still a little fat. But I came from being a child. I had 2 surgeries. I always talked about having surgeries when I was younger. Said I was gonna be on reality TV, baby. Knock that down too. And yeah, all my goals I'm knocking down. I'm gonna own me some recovery homes and some other. So stay tuned. Well, what dreams or goals did you have as a teenager?
What's the hardest thing you've ever done? Had a baby. That was the hardest thing I've done. I didn't even think I was gonna be a mama. Yes. That was the hard. No, my CDLs. Like next to childbirth, getting my class A's was the hardest fucking thing I've ever done. For real. Put my glasses back for.
Have you ever been in a serious relationship? And what was that like? We argue every day. I do not recommend. It's I mean, like, it's good times for sure, but like, I mean, it's like, it's serious though. You gotta be willing to work with that person and also work with that person, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta put your best foot forward every day, you know, and choose them every day.
What is a random fact you know? Probably that cannibalism is legal in every United State except for Idaho. It's a conspiracy. Idaho is run by vampires. Think about it.
I'm more calm and more patient. I used to be very angry and very upset and just like, you know, dealing with a lot of bullies and just growing up with always fighting and stuff like that. So I had to learn how to control myself and understanding that I worked it and building my confidence and knowing that I'm beautiful at the end of the day and accepting all my flaws. So I'm definitely more copacetic than how I was before because I was just very hot-headed, not listening to my mom and just being so angry at the world when I had to learn how to accept myself. And I'm different than my old self.
Life is really about just finding your purpose, you know, why you here. Because if you don't know why you here or where you going, then you gonna be lost. You gonna be just doing anything any day with no goals. So just know your purpose and like, you know, it's gonna take time. It take time to, you know, build that up. But that's that's one of the key things for, you know, your purpose and just being able to give that back to somebody that's younger for the next generation, like help them get to that point where they know where they're going. So right now it's crazy. Like it's crazy, but we'll talk about that another day. What do you think life is really about?
I would say a lot of things make me smile. Personally, just me being a woman makes me smile and just being able to live life. And I'm just a happy person, so you won't always see me just smiling or cheesing like real hard. What makes you smile?
Taking a leap and leaving my job, you know, my secure job. I was a executive with Target and running a few different stores. And I had that pure job security to start, you know, what would be my dream right now is Crowd Freak, you know. And the first 5 concerts, the first concert ever, I had all the biggest names that you can think of from Detroit on that concert, and it completely flopped. Like, we had a big venue. I just thought it was going to be crazy. I had T-shirts, ready to throw the T-shirts in the crowd, and it was about 15 people there, and I had some of the biggest names on there, and I just didn't understand marketing. But just, you know, like going through, messing up my credit, trying to figure out how to throw shows through events, you know, growing a family. I just had my son, just starting a company and taking a leap and leaving my secure job to start a company and become an entrepreneur. I think that's pretty much the hardest thing that I ever had to go through. What would you say has been the hardest thing you ever gone through?
Listen, you feel me? That little never listen. You feel me? He thought he can just do shit how he wanted to do it. You feel me? And it came with a lot of consequences. So I definitely tell him to listen, you feel me? And lock into people that, you know, that wanted to see you do better. Opportunities, you feel me? Like, was one of the things that he up on, you know, a lot of good opportunities. So listening and stand down to the opportunities, man.
If you could give one piece of advice to your younger self, what would it be?
The hardest thing I ever done was rap. You know, there's more to it than what, you know, I give to my people, what y'all see. You know, get deeper behind the scenes. What's the hardest thing you ever done?
With females, they got like chipped fingernail paintings. I think that shit is disgusting. Like, for whatever reason, I automatically feel like you stink. Like, off bills. If I ever see a female and they fingernail paint chipped, like, I know you stink. And you probably don't need stank on purpose. Like, you one of those people that just got out the shower and just still stank. It just shows natural body odor. You just can't even, but I know for sure you stink. What's some things you dislike or think is disgusting?
I really struggled growing up, just being confident. I still have those sometimes. I get real bad anxiety, especially when I'm not like consistently like doing what I need to do. Like, so if I'm not consistently performing, if I'm not consistently like going out and networking with people, that time that I'm not doing it, I feel myself falling back into this hole. So when I go and do it again and I'm back around people, I get like real bad social anxiety, or I get like anxiety right before I'm supposed to perform. I think that's like my deepest like mental health problem, like just being confident and being true to myself. Like, I know that I'm the shit, but sometimes I just have these moments where I'm like, am I really the shit? Nah, you are. Don't question that shit, bro. So have you ever struggled with addiction, mental health, or personal demons?
I feel like after death, if you want a good person, you're going to hell. If you want a good person, you go to hell. If you're a good person, you go to heaven. I believe in heaven and hell. I believe in God. Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior. So yeah, you bad, you're going to hell. What do you think happens after death?
How much this music costs, bro? And so it's two things. One is the cost, like, and everything costs. It's like you got to pay for studio time and video, and you think that, oh, that's done, we should be secure. That's the smallest part of it. You got to put money into these promo pages. You got to put money into these, like, just advertisements on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, all Spotify, all this other shit. Like, you got to put money into, like, playlists. It's a lot of shit you have to do behind the scenes, and you start seeing why labels are, like, kind of needed in most cases, unless you already got, like, clout for real, because it's just so much upfront money. Like, I done probably spent, last year I spent like over $80,000 on music, and that's not even the most I ever spent in a year on music. So it's definitely one of those things where you just got to constantly invest in yourself for a possibility of at least maybe a song might pop, right? But what surprised you most when you started in your field?
It's one thing when you gotta bounce back and don't nobody know shit. But it's another thing when you gotta bounce back and a lot of people all in your business, watching your every move, trying to see what the going on with your shit. Where you still gotta be human at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I done went through publicly, and like one day I might look straight. Next minute I might be drunk as hell, turned this crashing the out and just don't give a Then the next day I might really look like I done figured it the out and got my together. You know what I'm saying? So like, even if you don't want to, you gotta put that mask on. And it's not even putting a mask on to be fake. It's just putting a mask on to protect you as a person. Cause the whole world could think anything about you, but you gotta know who you is, and you gotta know like you straight, or you know what you capable of, or you gonna make it through whatever you going through. You know what I'm saying? Cause like, to try to convince you ain't who you really is, and yeah, that's when you gotta, even if you believe them, cause some people that said some shit to me, and I'm like, I don't, kinda, wait a minute, that kinda hurt. Then I had to like, yeah, no, hold on. Let me show you who I am. You mean? All right. What would you say has been the hardest thing you've gone through?
I thought I could fly. One time my grandma was talking to me crazy. You want to talk to me crazy? That's grandma, RP Granny, you know. So I had chose to jump off the porch right before a football game. Thought I could fly to the game. Learned quick, scuffed my knee up, hand up. So mad, everybody laughing at me, but that's what it was. I thought I could fly for real, but I still think I could fly the field, but not like that though. But yeah, I thought I could fly.
What's the most ridiculous thing you believed as a kid?
I gotta say, like, having a real sense of humor. Like, I'm the type to always laugh, even when not supposed to be funny. In the most serious situations, I'm always laughing. Like, a real positive person. So I like positive people. I don't like people that have that draining energy, pessimistic, negative, the world is out to get me type shit. Can't stand that. So I would say, like, the ability to still be positive and kind of like look forward, even if shit's not cool at the moment. I like that. That's really important to me. What's the weirdest thing you find attractive in someone?
What's something that most people don't understand about you? I'm really a giving person. I'm solid, I'm loyal. Loyalty at Prices is my brand, you know what I mean? Because I'm loyal than a mother, probably too loyal. That's probably why I take L's the way I take when I had to fuck, when I was with the wrong people, you know what I mean? So one thing about me is I'm gonna come, I'm gonna stay around, I'm gonna support you, I'm gonna do everything I need to do to make sure you're great, I'm great. If I shine, I want the team to shine. And there's a lot of people don't know that because there's a lot of up people, man. But I'm one of the people that's gonna come through and show love, and I got y'all back. And the people I love that love me, I love you. You already know what it is.
What lessons did you learn in your 20s? Everybody is not your friend. Everybody is not your friend. Don't trust people. Everybody got this little fake facade going on, especially when you're doing something and they just want to hop on the bandwagon or they just want to say they know you. They not your friend for real. And you need to actually like be able to see that. You need to be able to feel people's energies. Like, don't trust people. Definitely don't share everything too soon. Like, just sit there and be a fly on the wall sometimes and just kind of let people connections grow on you. But don't like force the friendship. Like, don't be doing stuff just because it seemed good or it feel right or it sound good. Like, they gotta actually earn your friendship. And a lot of times I was just giving my friendship away and giving my resources away and just being that person that's like, oh, I like her, she dependable. I wasn't dependent on myself though, so that's one big one.
What's the most ridiculous thing you ever believed in as a kid? Santa Claus. That's I really thought somebody was coming to look out for me. I really thought bro was coming down the chimney until one day I got some I ain't asked for. I said, nah, bro ain't did this. Bro ain't did this. He done came through too many times. So shout out to my pops for giving me them cheap ass toys and helping me not believe in Santa Claus. Cause yeah, he ain't coming to save you. God don't make mistakes.
If you could give one piece of advice to your younger self, what would it be? Don't be afraid to put out the imperfect. Like, put it out, give your best, put your best foot forward, and then just move with it. Move with those ideas. Move with that decision. I regret nothing, but I feel like I can say I regret a whole lot less if I did more.
What's your biggest fear? I am scared to get kidnapped. I really feel like, and I'm not talking about like regular kidnap, like you gone for a couple hours, you give them some money, you get out the house. Like, I'm talking about in the woods, in the dungeon. You can't nobody hear you screaming. Like, they don't even know that person exists. He ain't got no job. He been off the grid for years. Like, you really kidnapped and you will never be seen again. I am scared. I am very scared of getting kidnapped. So that's my biggest fear for sure.
What lessons did you learn in your 20s that everybody not my friend? These they really not my friend. I really had to learn that in my 20s. So when I got to 30, I'm really friendless. Like, I run with like 4 people, and it's 4 people at a time because I get rid of these real fast. Like, I get rid of my pad, and I don't even wear those. I wear tampons. So if you know me, you gotta go. You ain't my friend. In my 20s, I learned that for sure. For sure. Next question.
What would you say has been the hardest thing you ever gone through? The death of my dad, you know, trying to adjust to that and knowing that he's never coming back, and how we ended our relationship wasn't on good terms. And now I got to live with that forever. That's the hardest thing I had to go through in my life.
What would you say has been the hardest thing you've ever gone through? My spiritual awakening. Like, I feel like that was it wasn't the hardest, but realizing my triggers and my traumas, and that a lot of things that I dealt with as a child started affecting me as an adult in a different relationship. And also learning affection, like learning how to be affectionate with everybody around me, not just
my partners, because that's where I learned affection from. I learned my affection from partners, not from family. So me showing love and saying I love you and all that, that came from me having partners showing me the proper way to love, because he came from a family of affection. So that was probably the hardest thing, like that spiritual awakening, just showing, you know, my traumas, triggers, and facing them and overcoming them.
What's the most embarrassing thing you've ever done on a date? I went on a date to expensive restaurant, Fleming, and we had ate good, and I farted. And when I farted, out of all this time for the waiter to come back to the table, she chose that time. And I was hoping she didn't smell it. I know she did, but yeah, so yeah, that was the most embarrassing thing I ever did, because my date smelled it. So
what character from a movie, book, or show that you relate to and why? I feel like I relate to Aang from The Last Airbender, for real. And why? Because he just has so much power. Like when he was in the Avatar state, he could control all the elements and just go stupid. But then like when he was just him, like when he was just a regular, like he had to learn all this shit. Like he had to learn how to control the earth element and learn how to do all that. And then eventually he did. And then once he went Avatar state, 10 times worse for the that was on the other side. So that's what I feel like I relate to, for real. But
what's the worst date you've been on and why? Baby, listen, I didn't went on a date with this dude. It wasn't really a date. It was like a 2-man, you feel me? My girl invited me out, and she was like, this dude trying to spend some money on somebody, you know, get you some food, kick it, and some more stuff. When I got there, he wasn't trying to pay for nothing. He wasn't even trying to feed me. Like, so then it's looking like I'm just a thirsty but I was told that's what I was coming for, so my expectations wasn't met. And then by the end of the night, the dude ended up putting the gun on the table and some more like he was that but yeah. Anyway. And he went to prison. He wouldn't tell me what he went to prison for. I know everybody be like, you're not supposed to ask. I don't give a I'm gonna ask every time, because don't be around me. Unless if you a scammer, you know, you might don't scam me, please. Thank you.
What is your most embarrassing memory? 6th grade. I was walking down the hallway. There was water on the ground. I didn't see it. Probably me being a kid, I was probably running, doing something extra. Ended up slipping. And I slipped like it was a banana on the ground. So it wasn't like oh, snap, fall to the side. Like I literally was in the air, horizontal, landed on my head, big knot on my head. I couldn't even attend field day just because it was like I had a knot on my head. I was salty. I was crying, most likely. But when I first hit it, I was just like, dang. I got up and then I felt the knot grow. I was like, it was like a whole cartoon. Like it was real. So
what were you like as a child? Very dramatic, just like my daughter, very dramatic. This story that my grandma loves to tell. She was leaving to go to the store and I didn't want her to leave for some reason. So I was crying on her car, like, please don't go, grandma. And she's like, I want to bring you back something. And I'm crying, like real tears. I stop, I wipe my tears and I'm like, okay. And I walk away. And she always tell that story because she thought I was going to be an actress, because I was just so extra and just so dramatic. Very outgoing. I actually started doing music in 6th grade because I had this laptop and I learned how to make beats. I learned how to burn CDs. I learned how to record everything on GarageBand.
What's something you dislike or you think is disgusting? I'm Fredo. I hate everything and anything with white sauce and milk. I think that is gross. That's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Sticking a baby, you push a baby out and you stick a baby on a cow. That milk ain't for that baby. It's for a cow. So y'all, I don't know. No, that's yeah.
If you had a superpower, what would it be and why? I want to be like able to speak things into existence. Like whenever I say it happen, like on some Jesus type vibe. Like if I just say something and it happen, like that's the like what? If I just say everybody die, everybody dead. That's the best superpower to have.
What local social media page do you check daily besides your own? The Cleveland Remembrance page. Because you always got to stay alert. And also, they be posting some good food on there. So, yeah.
What's your favorite quote? Biggest turnouts had the smallest beginnings. And that's the only thing I remember from the trailer. I didn't see the movie. That's why I'm like, I don't know the person that said it. But, yeah, the biggest turnouts have the smallest beginnings. So, a lot can happen in a day. A lot can change in a year. So, yeah, just You just got to get started, man. Faith without works is dead.
If I was to get arrested, what would it be for? See, on some real shit, I'm not gonna lie. Having bows, having pounds, just driving with it. I'm not gonna cap on some ham shit, you feel me? Riding around with pounds in the whip. That'd be some ham that I get caught up for. I'm not even gonna cap to you. Hey, but that ain't gonna happen though. We gotta move smooth out here.
If I could be an animal, I would probably be a bird, you feel me? I would be a bird just so I can get my target practice down, you feel me? I'll be aiming at windshields, all them freshly wiped down whips, you feel me? Just bullseye. Me and my be up in the sky just having target practice on, you feel me? Like, I ain't even gonna lie. I'll be a bird. I'll be a fly pigeon, maybe, you feel me? Maybe an eagle or something, I don't know.
What makes me smile when I had a thought of my little baby sister, Amber. She passed away in 2016 while I was in barber school. And she is like one of my biggest inspirations. And so when I have like little thoughts or like, even when people say yams, it kind of like sparked that memory because yams came from my little sister when she passed away. I call her Amazing. And so, you know, how I found my barber name was I put You're Amazing in front of Amazing, and then I broke down You're Amazing and I got Yams, so Y-A-M-Z. So Yams is abbreviated for You're Amazing, and then the Diddy came from when I was in barber school or whatever. But that's pretty much what made me smile though when I have a thought of my little sister and food.
Who were you in high school? Class clown, math geek, athlete, Mac and Shorty with the fat cheeks at the track meet? You know what I mean? That's how I was living my life. You know what I mean? Fresh Prince in it. But yeah, I don't know. I was kind of good at a bunch of stuff. Like, I was just totally a nerd in high school, but I was good at a bunch of stuff. I played sports. I was at a chess club, at the audio video club. Just, and that was really my parents and my grandparents. They wouldn't let me not be busy. They said, idle hands is the devil's workshop. So,
who is the best player to come out of your city? I'm gonna go with myself, man. I mean, bro, I broke every record. I broke Zion's records, 100, 200, 400. I broke all these records all in 1 year. Won the state title by myself. Won the 100, 200, and 400 in 1 year. I mean, went undefeated all season. Runner up. I mean, national champ. 7-time All-American. I mean, how much more can I brag about myself, you know? I go with myself for sure, but shout out Tiana Bartoletta for sure, Tiana Madison, because she's an Olympian world record holder, so I can't take that away from her. But I'm gonna go with myself.
Who do you think the best player to come out of your high school is? Me. I am the best player to come out of Shaw High School since Reggie Harwell in 2003. And I hope this is the clip that is posted on Instagram too, because I'm going to repost it and I want all of y'all to see it. TJ Square is the best basketball player to come out of Shaw High School. Period.
How do you want to be remembered? I just want to be remembered as just a down singing West Side girl, you know, like I'm just real and solid, and I'm real solid, and I'm a singing West Side shorty, you know what I'm saying? And I'm down for you only.
What's your favorite quote? Prior preparation prevents poor performance. The 5 Ps. I learned that when I was in 9th grade. My broadcasting teacher, he told me that, and I just embraced it. I decided to take it and make it my mantra for life, because prior preparation, when you break it down, you have to be ready. You don't know when your moment is gonna come. So if you don't know when your moment is gonna get there, just be prepared for whatever. Because when that spotlight hits and you're not ready, that might be it. You know what I'm saying? Not to go be rabbit on you, 8 Mile on you, but you only get 1 shot sometimes. Do not miss your chance. You know what I'm saying? The cold multiple shots, but the cold also know when you get the 1 shot, take advantage of it. You feel me? So that's my favorite quote. Shout out to Mr. Sherman Austin. He was one of my favorite teachers, my broadcasting teacher. Also Mr. Bethel, if you ever see this, man, with you, boy.
What's the worst date you've been on and why? This was like the baddest female I ever seen. Like, I still talk to her to this day. Like, but I had the fattest crush on her when I first met her. I took her on a date like 5 days after we started talking. Why the would I pick this girl up? As soon as I pick her up, I dropped to my knees with her still I'm still holding her and everything. Dropped down to my knees. Mind you, she an older woman too though. Like she like 5 years older than me. So I'm like, that's a up first impression. I probably look weak as hell. But it low-key broke the ice, so all the little quirky, embarrassed I did after that, it was just like some cool, comfortable, funny you feel me?
If you could have a lifetime supply of something, what would it be and why? Money. It would be money for sure because it'd be for me obviously, but like I said, and on the last question, I love giving back. You know what I mean? So I have garbage bags full of money. You know what I'm saying? Everybody on Section 8, I'll be like, Oprah, you get a car, you get it. No, for real, I love that shit. And I wish somebody would have did it for me and my people when you know what I mean? Not necessarily that, but more than what we receive, you know what I mean? So yeah, okay.
What is some adversity you had to overcome? I played for Muskingum University. I was a middle blocker. And I actually went to an all-white, I shouldn't say all-white, a predominantly white campus. I was the only black girl on my team. Typically, whatever tournaments I went to, I was the most diverse person in the gym. So I didn't really feel like I had a lot of people to relate to. But we all had a common ground, and that was volleyball. So I think just that adversity kind of set me up for just the adversity that I still face now as a coach, and the girls that I'm able to lead. Sometimes we're in those same exact settings, and I'm able to be that person that can, just be a sounding board for them and kind of lead them and guide them. I actually walked away from volleyball my sophomore year of college, just for my mental health and the toll that it was taking on me. Like I said, just not really feeling like I belonged on my campus, and it's no secret that volleyball is not a super diverse sport. So now being where I'm sitting, being able to coach at Lorraine High and have the diversity that I have and be able to help expose athletes like me to different opportunities means a lot to me. So
what is something that you dislike or think is disgusting? I really dislike drunk females, or when they talk to you and they smell like liquor, or be like, babe, like I don't like that at all. That's something I think is disgusting too at the same time.
What were you like as a child? I was bad. My hair was nappy. I got chili bowls by my grandma. I did not want them haircuts. But it was all A1. I only got one auntie, so I was spoiled. I got all the new Jordans and stuff like that. It was a fly childhood.
What's a random fact that you know? These hoes, bro. My grandfather told me that a long time ago when I was a little boy. And it's just one of them random facts that kind of sticks out in my mind. And I just think about every day. I think about what grandpa told me, man. These it's like one of them things that applies to everything in your life. You could be doing anything. You could be a trap. You could be, a 9 to 5. You could be a street. You could be a weird. You could be a regular, any type of person you are. I think it applies to you. These solid. Next question, man.
Personal things that you dislike or think is disgusting. I don't like women that talk ghetto. Like, that's disgusting to me. It irritates. Like all that. What's up, bro? Like, bro, chill the out. Like, don't do that. Like, don't do that. Like, don't call me gang. Don't call me gangster when you approach me. Like, be a lady. I don't like that. It disgusts me. It turns me off. Like, stop. You is not. Look, you a lady. You ain't gang. You is not outside shooting switches.
What's the random fact that you know? I don't know if this is still like valid, but it's something it used to be valid for sure if it's not anymore. And this one for the guys. If you marry a woman and she cheat on you while y'all married and she have a baby and she had a baby, you think it's yours, legally that child is yours. It's your responsibility. You got to pay child support, all that. So, men, y'all already be on that, so stay on that. That's what I'm going to say. Stay on that, okay?
What is one of the worst purchases I ever made? I gave a friend of mine $600,000 to produce Anita Baker's album, and I got absolutely zero.
What did you want out of life when you first became an adult? I thought I needed 10 racks in a feature. I started getting around and realizing they was regular. Nobody just capping on camera on these. I've been around my biggest favorite rappers I thought was gonna be on, and this didn't happen like that, man. I be really doing better than a lot of I thought. I looked it up, so that's what I thought, but that was cap.
Babes.
Would you rather have hands or feet? I'd rather have hands because I like playing my. I told you I was about to say some wild shit.
What's something you're not good at? I'm not good at talking to people. I'm terrible at talking to people. I be shutting the up for real. So when it comes to talking to people, I'm like, damn.
If you could be any animal, what would it be? I would be a tiger for real because like I was born in '98 and you know, to hear the tigers.
Why did I get into music? COVID happened and I've always been somebody that was afraid of heights. Meaning I was afraid of success and afraid of good things possibly happening. So when COVID happened, I decided, you know, the world could blow up. I don't know, looking crazy. So I decided to do something that I always wanted to do, and it turned out good. So, you know, I'm here innovating with Forum 216. So,
what do you have coming up next? I got this project dropping. It's called Soundtrack to the Stars Deluxe, The Wave. You feel me? The regular version already dropped, but the deluxe is coming out. It might already be out by the time you see this, but you feel me? That's cool. It don't matter. Like, you feel me? I'm low key. The whole day is low key fucked up with me too. So even if I wanted to, I couldn't give you a date. But anyway, so like, yeah, that's coming out ASAP. Too crazy. Like, you feel me? That's the deluxe to the project I dropped in February of this year. And me and my homie Rick's Art, who also a Cleveland Chaos artist, you feel me? We got a collab project. It's the part 2 of our project we did like a few years ago. You feel me? That about to be hard. Like, definitely tap in with me and just stay with me. I got a lot of music and I got clothes and that I'm working on, like this stuff. Like, I want to make hoodies like with this logo on it. I want to do a lot of stuff. So just stay tuned. You know, there's more to come, definitely.
What makes me smile? The main thing that makes me smile right now is like my daughter, 7. She was so pretty and so full of life. You just love me. And the dogs make me smile too. You feel me? The dog make me smile too. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing like the dog. You see how big my smile is? I'm smiling right now, ear to ear.
What is one of the worst purchases you made and why? I purchased some chicken without asking what they were doing with it, or I think it was like some chopped cheese from some store. Definitely upset my stomach. So if you come to New York City and you have a chopped cheese, make sure you are choosing the right delis to have a chopped cheese, because it can give you an upset stomach if you do not choose the right deli to get a chopped cheese. It is very important. Choose the right deli. You do not want to go through what I went through.
How am I different than my old self? This is 11 months sober. No drinking, no smoking, no nicotine. Yeah, so it's a whole different version of myself today than I saw a year ago and a year before that. I think that the biggest difference is my mentality. A lot of times when I was younger and a couple of years ago, I was in a negative space. When something bad would happen to me, it wasn't why me or pity party, but it definitely was, what is this suffering for? And now I understand what it's all for. There's a larger plan. There's a larger lesson. Everything has an outcome. You just got to see it through.
If you had a pet parrot, what would you teach it to say? Jit? I'm from Florida, so I would teach my pet to say jit.
With phone, you're not good at letting stuff go, but I got to work on it because the Bible say, you know, you're supposed to forgive everybody, like as you want to be forgiven, you feel me? So I gotta work on that for real. Like, I be tripping sometimes, I swear to God. Like, I hold a grudge for 30 years, but for real. Yeah, you. Don't tell me $5 on game. What I ain't forgot? What?
What are your thoughts on mental illness and why? I have a coloring book called The Bear That Cares, and I touch on mental illness that's around the inner city, that's in the hood, that's in your family, that's everywhere. Everybody deals with mental illness. See, you might not think you deal with mental illness. I remember that I thought I was being a real nigga because I ain't take no mess. I'm gonna find out bipolar 1. Feeling bad about myself, feeling bad every time I hear a Tupac song or want to go do something to somebody. Hey, I got diagnosed with depression. Mental illness is real. We pass it down to our loved ones, our kids, and it's in our family. And that's what's killing the Black community, y'all. And I'm Black telling y'all that. Listen, I'm old. I know what I'm talking about, okay? I'm on the New Testament of my life, okay? I'm not going to tell you his story. I'm going to tell you history. And I'm telling you this right now. Mental illness is real. So you need to check up on people. You need to check on your loved ones and take care of yourself.
What's your favorite food spot in the street? I would just say my favorite food stop would be Julia's. It's in my neighborhood, Goodyear Heights. And I know a lot of people go there and get breakfast, but I like the #2 special. You know, the cheese eggs with the bacon, with the home style fries, with the onions and toast. You know what I'm saying? I need some jelly on my toast. You know, Julia's, I'm gonna be on my way real shortly, man. Y'all see me. Y'all know.
What song do you currently got on repeat? It got that dude who made that "You Look Good, Baby, You Look Good" Cartier on there. It go like, none of these is matching her, and none of these is having her. When she with me, she passenger. Her body is snatch, I'm snatching her. Look how she walk, she talk, she look. Girl, you know you fine. Baby, you good wherever you go. Girl, you can never decline. Cause your body teed out. Your body teed out. I'm loving your figure. I love when you bend and you make bigger. Dancing for me like my personal stripper. Bring me your friend, I'm your personal tipper. I'm loving on you till you shake and you quiver. Ask for a blessing and God delivered. You know that you ate. Once you on my plate, the body on 10, but so was the face. Big J, that's what it was. Yeah. Big J and Cartier body team. That's what I got on repeat.
What's some things you dislike or think is disgusting? My dad used to make Mexican cornbread when I was growing up, and it was the worst. But don't get me wrong, my dad, he a great cook, but it was just something about that Mexican cornbread that I could not eat, and it's still to this day I can't do it. Another thing I don't like, people who smack when they eat. And shout out to my mom, because I love her, but when I was growing up, she used to smack all the time, talk with her mouth full. It was disgusting. But other than that, I don't like liars either. 50% of the time, 50-50, is either I know that you're lying if I'm asking you a question, or I don't know that you're lying and I'm gonna figure out later. So it's just best to tell the truth, you know?
What is a flaw in your game that you need to fix currently? Sometimes I can get a little ahead of myself, and I could humble up a little bit. But you got to understand, from where I came from, I'm adopted. My mom grabbed me when I was a day old. So God has had his hands on me for a very long time. And I've been through a lot of adversity. I've dealt with a lot of racism, a lot of prejudice. So sometimes when I get a chance to be able to talk my I'm gonna do it. So could I work on being a little bit humble? I could. Is that gonna happen anytime soon? Probably not.
What would you tell underclassmen that want to be the best? I would tell them to listen to their seniors or anybody that they look up to. Listen to them, you learn, and then you focus on what they tell you.
What's some things you dislike or think is disgusting? I think burping is disgusting because it smells like whatever you just ate. And I had a friend who ate a cheeseburger and burped and blew it in my face. And I never, ever, ever forgave her for that. No, I'm kidding. I forgive you if you're watching this.
What's your biggest fear? Being stuck in the middle of the ocean. I ain't with it, you heard me. Like, I'm scared of water. Big bodies of water that I don't know what's underneath. You feel me? Octopuses, sharks, turtles. Have you ever seen that movie, what it is? The Life of Pi? That boy was stuck in the middle of the ocean with a lion, you heard me? And he was stuck in the middle of the ocean with a lion and he tamed you heard me? Like that listen, they got flying fish together and everything. He was stuck in the ocean for 216 days. Over half a year. I lost my mind. Drinking salt water. Next question.
What character from a movie, book, or show that you relate to and why? You know what I can relate to? I can relate to Harley Quinn. I got her tattooed on me. I can't see because I got my jacket and my sweater, but I got her tattooed on me like 2 or 3 times. I can relate to them because you're crazy. And people like to call me that. Some people call me psycho, but like I get mad at that because like there's a difference between crazy and psycho. Like if you're gonna call me something, call me the right definition of it. Like, feel me? Like you can't call me a psycho and you don't even know the proper definition of it. Psycho goes 10 times worse. Psycho is when you're in a mental institution. I was there for only a day and I got kicked out. That's That's how you know. It don't count. It don't count. It don't count.
If you had a pet parrot, what would you teach it to say? Chad, you hear me? Hey, say, where I'm from in Baton Rouge, you feel me? When some go right, we be like, Chad, you feel me? So if I had a pet bird, I want that to say Chad. So when we in the crib, Joseph, we in the crib, you know what I'm saying, clowning, whatever, the bird will be like, Chad, you feel me? You walk in at any given moment, you liable to hear that, you feel me? Hey, I got a song called Chad coming soon, y'all with that. Real talk. Next question.
What's some things you dislike or things disgusting? I feel like golden showers and spitting in your partner's mouth. That's disgusting. like I'm you know what I'm saying? I do a little something, but that's taking it too far for me.
What's the worst date you been on and why? I was in Puerto Rico, right? So I had took some pictures for my birthday, and I got in the water, so my hands was wet. So the girl I was with, I asked her, like, let me see your phone so I can send myself the pictures. When the water dripped off my hand on the phone, it just started going all the way up in her gallery, like just moving around. And it just so happened to land on the video of her getting raw. I'm like, oh my God, like my heart dropped to my pinky toe. Like, I left out the hotel. I need some air. I need some air, man. I go to the beach. I'm kicking the sand. You see what I'm saying? There's a dude out there selling margaritas. I don't even drink. I went up to him, like, let me get one. He like, I thought you said you don't drink. I'm like, I think I need one. I wanted to tell him what the happened. It was that bad. Like, all right, let me get a drink. I jumped the drink. That ain't made me feel better, man. I had to go back to the room and lay with this for 3 more days after seeing that. So I think that was my worst date, and it was my birthday. So my worst birthday.
Do you have a secret talent? I really like the threesome guy. Like, I invented the Froggy style. Like, you know, you gotta be there to see it. You know what I'm saying? Like, Froggy style, I invented that. You know what I'm saying? Like, people be on threesomes to like look cool, but I've been putting like the best type of together, like beautiful women together.
What networking methods have worked for you? A lot of people always ask me, Skylar, how do you get clients? Like people who are aspiring stylists, how do you get clients? How you this, how you that? And I always tell them that I do feel like I was blessed and lucky because a lot of the guys I've grown up with are now professional athletes or they play in the collegiate space of their sports at a very high level. So I'm really thankful for that. But yeah, I truly utilized my network there. But another thing I will say is that reaching out through DMs and social media does not help at times. I feel like, especially when you're reaching out to these players, they have people DMing them on the regular, brand deals, all types of things, partnerships. So sometimes social media, you'll be cold. So I'd say if you're building your network, building your clientele in the space of like the styling world or any really business world, really, and you have a specific target audience, just count on in-person interactions. And I know that may be hard and timely, but in-person interactions are best and you'll get your best clients from that, I promise.
What's some things you dislike or think is disgusting? I think people detoxing dead chickens out their motherfucking vagina is disgusting, for sure. You know what I'm saying? I'm a plant-based vegan type of you feel, you know what I'm saying?
What's your astrology sign and do you relate to the characteristics? I am a Gemini. So I'm a Gemini, but I'm a Sagittarius moon and a Libra rising. So I just got into the zodiac sign stuff. I have an app called CoStar that I use. The one thing I can say about my sign that is very true about me is that, oh, this is gonna sound crazy. I'm not gonna say that. Okay, I'm gonna say it, but I'm gonna elaborate. So you know how they say Geminis could flip like a switch? Like I could be having the best day ever, cool. But if something really ticks me off, yeah, it's like, I've learned to like calm down, keep my mouth shut, kind of be cool, stuff like that. But that's very, very true. Like Geminis can definitely flip like switches. And I feel like it also has to do with if you're male or female, for sure.
What's your favorite line from a movie or a TV show? Franklin from Snowfall, when he said, I built this brick by brick. I'll be damned if I let a motherfucker bring me down because they don't like the way another motherfucker talk. I love when he did that, man. I respect him on that one. Yeah.
What is your favorite thing? Shit.
Man, what is your favorite thing about yourself?
What I would take it too long?
Yes.
My favorite thing though is my speech impediment and knowing how to rap and do music. So I just love myself general. There you go. Now, hey, that was trying to come out.
How do you want to be remembered? I want to be remembered as motherfucker. I know that you can't dance better than him. He just him, shirt guy with the wings on. It's only one boy you seen with wings on ever, and that's me. If anybody who else you see, y'all know where I get it from. Okay.
Is there any celebrity you think you look like or people say you look like? Everybody say I look like Sexy Red and Suki. Like somebody told me like a week ago, like, you know, if Suki and Sexy Red had a baby, it'd be you. I was like, what? I felt so like, no offense to Sexy Red, but I felt insulted because how do I look like Sexy Red? Like, I'm not wearing my glasses no more. That's it for y'all. Y'all be saying anything. Yeah.
What would you do if you won the lottery? Keeping it above with you, I'll be the same. Like, I won't spend nothing. I just invest everything in real estate and my business. Shout out my team. I'm gonna invest in my business. They gonna get paid crazy. I'm not gonna lie. But as far as us, we just gonna grow the brand.
What's your biggest fear? I ain't got no fears. I faced them all. I died 3 times. I'm cool. I faced all my fears. Like, I'm here, so no fears.
I said, what's an important lesson you learned? Like, just take everything for what it is. You feel me? Like, you only get one shot at this anyway, bro. You might as well just live it to the way, live it to the full. That's what you gonna live it. So you can't relive your life, bro. You got one life, bro. You might as well go ahead. I learned, like, you gotta take for what it is, see people for who they is, whether they family, friends, whoever. Like, if that's who they are, that's what we gotta take them for. Like, ain't no, oh, I know him, or I know her. Whatever they showing you, that's how you taking it. Like, it ain't no, oh, I know him, he don't usually do this, or I know her, she don't usually that shit. You feel me? That what they showing you, that's who the they is. Ain't no none of that. On bro Greg.